بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Yesterday I wasn't here because I had a trip with my younger brother and his friends, because some people they get upset when I'm absent or so forth, and some people they don't get upset, but that's the reason. So I'll mention inshallah if there's a reason for my absence. I'll be mentioning it the day after so no one gets upset inshallah. We're continuing with Kitab al-Riqaq, the book on heart softeners from Sahih Albukhari, and we are on the hadith of Uqba ibn Amir أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم خرج يوما فصلى على أهل أحد صلاته على الميت ثم انصرف إلى المنبر فقال إني فرطكم وأنا شهيد عليكم وإني والله لأنظر إلى حوضي الآن وإني قد أعطيت مفاتيح خزائن الأرض أو مفاتيح الأرض وإني والله ما أخاف عليكم أن تشركوا بعدي ولكني أخاف عليكم أن تنافسوا فيها. Narrated Uqba ibn Amir, the Prophet ﷺ went out and offered the funeral prayer for the martyrs of the Battle of Uhud, and then ascended the pulpit and said, I am your predecessor, and I am a witness against you. By Allah, I am now looking at my here it said tank lake, Al-Kawthari, and I have been given the keys of the treasures of the earth, or the keys of the earth. By Allah, I am not afraid that after me you will worship others besides Allah, but I am afraid that you will start competing for the pleasures of this world. And here, the hadith, first of all, when it comes to the janazah that the Prophet ﷺ prayed, this was something specific to the Prophet ﷺ, that it is a salah on, and it's specific for the shuhada of Uhud, because neither Abu Bakr nor Umar nor Uthman did this again, right? Because the shuhada you don't pray janazah on, because and you don't also do takfeen of them. You just you bury them as they are, right? And so this is specific to the Prophet ﷺ, and this hadith is an evidence that the hawd of the Prophet ﷺ is present today. And also that the Prophet ﷺ, he was given the keys of the earth, and of course he took very little from it, but the Prophet ﷺ, this is an evidence of that. And also in it is a great praise for the companions of the Prophet ﷺ, because the Prophet said, I do not fear for you to disbelieve after me. So this is an evidence that they wouldn't do so. And of course the people of Ridda, the apostates, they were not the people the Prophet ﷺ was talking to at the time, right? And in this is a response to Ar-Rafidah. Let's go to the next hadith. Here, this is the hadith of Abu Sa'id al-Khudri رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إن أكثر ما أخاف عليكم ما يخرج الله لكم من بركات الأرض قيل وما بركات الأرض قال زهرة الدنيا فقال له رجل هل يأتي الخير بالشر فصمت النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم حتى ظننا أنه ينزل عليه ثم جعل يمسح عن جبينه فقال أين السائل قال أنا قال أبو سعيد لقد حمدناه حين طلع ذلك قال لا يأتي الخير قال صلى الله عليه وسلم لا يأتي الخير إلا بالخير إن هذا المال خضرة حلوة وإن كل ما أنبت الربيع يقتل حبطا أو يلم إلا آكلة الخضرة أكلت حتى إذا امتدت خاصرتها استقبلت الشمس فاجترت وثلطت وبالت ثم عادت فأكلت وإن هذا المال حلوة من أخذه بحقه ووضعه في حقه فنعم المعونته ومن أخذه بغير حقه كان الذي يأكل ولا يشبع. Here narrated Abu Sa'id al-Khudri. The hadith is long, maybe we'll take part of it today. Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the thing I am afraid of most for your sake is the worldly blessings which Allah will bring forth to you. It was said, what are the blessings of the world? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the pleasures of the earth. The pleasures of the world. A man said, can the good bring forth evil? The Prophet ﷺ kept quiet for a while till we thought that he was being inspired divinely. Then he started removing the sweat from his forehead and said, Where is the questioner? That man said, I am present. Abu Sa'id added, we thanked the man when the result of his question was as such. Meaning they thanked him because he didn't go away. Because a person might be afraid. Okay, the Prophet remained silent for a second. He might come now with a revelation that rebuking me about something. But they praised him because he stayed. Right? And he answered the Prophet ﷺ. The man said, I am present. Abu Sa'id added, we thanked the man. Then the Prophet ﷺ said, good never brings forth but good. This wealth of the world is like green and sweet fruit, and all the vegetation which grows on the bank of a stream either kills or nearly kills the animal that eats too much of it, except the animal that eats the khadira, a kind of vegetation. The example the Prophet ﷺ is giving here is that the individual, that good only brings forth good. And then this animal, it eats from what is in the earth, right? The animal that eats everything, that does not distinguish one thing from the other, doesn't eat the good and leave the bad, this animal, it's either going to kill him or it's going to make it sick. But the animal that chooses this specific thing, al-khadira, which it picks out the good of the vegetation, this animal will be the one that benefits from its eating, and then it takes it in the proper way, and also it goes out, like it goes and it rests itself as such as well. We'll continue the hadith, we'll explain more later. Next time. Such an animal eats till its stomach is full. This is the one that did good. It eats until its stomach is full. It didn't eat more. And then it faces the sun and starts ruminating, and then it passes out dung and urine, and it goes to eat again. So it took the good things and it released the bad things. This worldly wealth is like sweet fruit. And if a person earns it, the wealth, in a legal way and spends it properly, then it is an excellent helper. And whoever earns it in an illegal way, he will be like the one who eats but is never satisfied. So there are 4 people in terms of taking money and spending it. First, who takes it correctly from a correct source and spends it in the right way. And this is the right way of dealing with money and with worldly matters. The second is the people who take it in an incorrect way, they then spend it in a correct way. Like someone that gets his money from riba, then he wants to spend on our masjids, then he wants to give in charity, and so forth. This individual, it is not praiseworthy, rather it is wrong. Then after that is the individual who took it in the correct way but spent it wrong. So he's wasteful in the way he spends money. And this is also wrong. And then the last one is who took it in the wrong way and spent it in the wrong way. Like a person that takes riba, then he spends on churches, he spends on political organizations that promote homosexuality and other filths. These individuals, they took it in a wrong way and they spent it. So, he spent so much money in charity, but look at what he's spending it. Don't just praise the idea, the word charity that's being used here. And there's more benefits from the hadith, perhaps next time. Wa jazakumullahu khairan, alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.